Hi guys, it's Mark from SAGC in France, and we have here the latest Traxxas TRX4 Ford Bronco 2021 edition with the cool headlights, these small stuffs left and right looking up from the hood, a new front bumper accorded to the new body, also a rear bumper, nice looking realistic rear LED lights, spare wheels, still the same tires that we have on the old TRX4. These tires are really good for an RTR. It's a cool all-round tire. You have endurance, you have enough grip to crawl a little bit, because we not speak here about a full crawler. This is a more scale racer, so you can do a little bit more. You have a second gear, so you can drive a little bit faster. It's more a trail truck. Unlike the TRX4 Defender, you have not the big cage around the body, so you have less weight in the top. That's what we think, but it's not the case. You notice that we have no body clips anymore. It was time for a scale racer. You just have four little plastic parts here underneath to take and go outside with there to lift the body, away from there. You can put LED lights in the truck, and I really think that for the price that you pay for a Traxxas TRX4, you should have the LED lights in there, and not just because all other cars from this size and from this price, or for a less price, for €100 less, you can have the Yukon Racing, also branded Epsima, Yukon or Yucatan, and they have the whole set of LED lights. I also not like the stock electronic. The motor is okay, but also for that price I want to have a little bit more. And the weakest point is the ESC with his small tiny BET. It's way not enough for a crawler. If you put the LED lights in there, you have the shift servo and all the stuff. We don't come back here on this video on all the TRX4 stuff, because I already have all. I have a whole kit montage from this car. You have the whole specification, mechanical access, another video. Okay, but maybe not in English. That's a good point for you. Okay, my bad. So if I have the time, if I find the time, I will do that one in my life all in English. You have an inner cage in this body, so the body is still heavy, but not like the Defender body. For the most of the scale racer, have a heavy body and heavy stuffs in the truck is okay, so the truck drives more like a real one. And I will show you something also about this body retainer system. It works perfectly. You can lift the whole truck, 4.5 kilograms, but about 9.5 pounds on the body without any issue. That's cool. They have put some small scale accessory on there. You have the Reaper, you have the back mirror who are folding in, but you have nothing in there. And the Yukon has an interior, the Axial has an interior, the Hobao DC1 has an interior, so we miss that here really. And we miss also that in front you see through the truck, from the side it's really not clear enough. I prefer to have a more clear interior and a scale looking interior with a driver in there. So the scale guys put weights on the top, so the suspension goes down and the truck feels like a real one. And I have to say, I had the first TRX4 Defender. The suspension setup is way better now than before. the TRX4 Defender was really stiff on the oil, and here you see you are really nice. Look at that. The truck was really a little bit down from himself with his own weight. You have, because of this thinner oil, more from that, but it's not an issue because of the gear reduction in the planetary gear. Here you have no planetary gear, sorry, but a pinion fold. I forgot the name in English. You have really less torque effect on the car when you hit the throttle. This tiny brushed motor is also not super performant. You reach 35-40 km an hour. That's enough for the most crawler scale racer, but for me this real ones drives fast, so I don't like so slow truck. I don't want to hit an 80 or 100 km an hour, but a cool 60 km an hour, and we know the TRX4 can do that. The transmission from this TRX4, sorry for the noise, I want to go out to drive, my battery are all full on the loading station because we are here in real life. So the transmission from this TRX4 is super tough. I never had any breakdown in any transmission case or front or rear axle, and I have here a TRX4 I drive with 60 km an hour and in really rough condition. I really bounce it and still have no brakes. So no brakes, no breakdowns. So if you don't need the new Bronco, don't buy it. If you don't need this color, don't buy it. I prefer the old one, but regarding the fact I buy the Yukon 4082 to make a comparison with the TRX4s, and unfortunately a buddy of mine has a birthday and his wife comes to me and says, hey, he wants this car but I can get it nowhere for the moment, so can I get yours? I cannot say no, so he get the truck. He's not living here in the near, is far away from me, so he will do, I have do the unboxing video from the Econ Racing. He will do the first run stock, then he will modify it because I already have bought the weights for the axles, so he will do that. We speak in the beginning at the Yukon Racing to put the brushes in there, but no needed because he drive it 4S 5000 milliamp. He drives 1 hour. The battery still has 2.8 volts each cells. Motor has by 35 degrees Celsius. That means, no, I don't know in Fahrenheit, sorry. For a moment, I forgot to switch. 35 Celsius is about, no, I don't want to take bullshit here. Okay, I tell many times bullshit, I know. That's a channel for joy. I'm not a professional, I'm not paid for do that. I get no car free for reviews, and I never licking ass from a brand or from a store forget something and tell you then what they want me to tell you. I tell what I want to tell. So back to the truck. So the truck is there, and in between I see this new TRX4, so I say, okay, I gotta buy it to have something other. I already had the Defender, I had the old Bronco. I really hope that Traxxas would do that in 1/7 scale. That was nice. A 4S brushless, that white car with such fat tires and such a wheelbase. But this is trail truck. So I buy that one to have a new style car. Also foresee that new type body mount system. You still can put another body in there. You can still put the stock body mount. We also have here now, the system works really fine. What I have to do is go to drive in mud, because I really think after drive it in mud we will have some issue to put the body here away and in place again. But That's what I think. That not means that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen that I drive in mud, but I don't know if it's gonna happen that we have some issue with this body mount system. Here you can put the body post for put our body in there. Good idea from Traxxas. The bumper are flex. That's really good. You also have here a hook. If you want, you can put a hook in there for put the trailer on there. I like this one because it's like on a wheel truck. They also all have that, and this also allows you to not see the servo, so the truck has really a better scale looking. It's not a full scale car, but it's look like, and it's enough for me when I drive 3 or 4 meters from me away to remind me the real car. You can change the angle from the rear suspension. That's really nice because I want to show you. I gotta find a cool spot. I gotta drive at a certain distance with that suspension setting, then I will put the shocks to more in the front to show you the difference if we see something different. But I know it reacts absolutely different when you lay down more the shock. Steering servo 9 kg metal gear with now a metal horn, metal servo horn on there. It's way better than before, but it's still not enough. 9 kg for crawler is weak because you have 4.5 kg. That's twice. The servo has the torque from twice the car, but you have to remind, if you lock the differential, if you turn, if you're in the first gear, if you hit the throttle, the whole power from the motor and transmission would try to bring the steering straightway, and the servo has to fight against that. That's what makes the servo really begin to be hot, especially when you are in gravel and stone and crawl around about in a half an hour, because with 3S 5000 mAh in the first gear, by crawling you can get easy 1 hour runtime. So the servo is just a brushed motor in the servo, going to be hot, and you will burn out. Keep in mind you have no servo saver, so if you drive second gear faster, all the hits you put in the axle will go back to the servo. That's also something that would kill him. I personally drive 40-45 kg servo in this type of trucks. I also prefer to have high voltage, but you cannot, because the Traxxas receiver only takes 6 volt by 6.1 or 6.2. Poof! No more receiver. The servos from Traxxas also not like more than 6 volts. You can have Power ID 7.4 volts. TR4 servos. I have that babies in there. I have also there 45 kg servo in there, and I have there a better ESC with a better BEC. I really don't know how or why they put that tiny ESC in that truck. I really think they have shoot done here the XL5 from the Traxxas Summit. The Traxxas Summit ESC here would be on a way better place. You have enough room to put it. The servo can be shifted more in the rear with just a longer here servo arm to shift the gears. The Traxxas Summit ESC can take 4S, but they can do just only one wire and tell you to just drive it 3S. But the best case would be that they take the whole Summit brushed setup and put it in there, but we have not enough room to put that motor in there. So you have Fusion by Hobbywing, you have X by Hobbywing, you have Castle, you have many now crawler specific brushless setups. The Fusion ones are priceless and they are really cool. You have the motor with the ESC in there. You have many choice of RPMs. It's nice. But I want to try something cheaper here. I have here a cheap Chinese ESC with 5 amp PEC who can go to 7.4 volts. He can take force. And I have a 17 turns brushless motor with the sensor. And regarding the gear reduction, maybe would be no issue because I want to try it. I want to try what happened with that. It's not the best for the waterproof if you want to drive in water. And the other stuff I want to test here, because I want to have some torque. I want to have something brushless without sensor with a lot of torque with a little bit higher top speed. I want this truck to go 60 km an hour like I do here and that one, but with another motor. I take here the Leopard 4060 motor. It's shorter so I can fit it in here. It's a 40mm can, so I have 2 or 3 times the power from that one. And I want to see, would I have cogging or not? The only way to know it is to test it. So, because I don't like the endurance from the brushed motor and ESCs, I really think we are in the 21st century. You even get with the TQI here, you can put the Bluetooth module in there. With that you can change anything and setting on the car easy. For the servo, dual rate, EPA, all the stuff, you can have the telemetry, but not with that. You need the brushless setup to have the telemetry, and you need to put a Traxxas, a brushless setup in there to have that. Problem is, Traxxas only the Velilion motor who has enough room to be put in there. The Traxxas Haas motor don't fit in there. But we can do it maybe cutting something around out to put the Traxxas Haas motor in there. It's gonna be a little bit hot, but yeah. Okay, you can have the battery voltage, the temperature, you can have anything. You can put from Traxxas now a whole LED kit light you can use with your Bluetooth module. You can put here your smartphone on there and you can put the light on, put the light out. You have roof light, tail light, you have direction light, all you want. They also put here some little parts you can put away to put some LEDs to the axles when you crawls at night. So it's really strange that from one side you have a lot of stuff for geeks and freaks, and on the other side you have a poor brushed motor and a really super poor brushed ESC. This is really a weak ESC. If you look at what Yikong does, they take the Hobby Ring Force brushed ESC, and this is the best of the choice they can do. It has a super back. You don't need to buy an optional back or to put a separately battery in the truck for that. You can buy by Traxxas the, forget the name in English. I really forget the name from this thing here. I know it in German, I know it in France, but I just forget it in English. But no matter, you surely know what I mean. You have also the choice to put here a smaller battery in the front for those who want to crawl more. The best is to put more weight on the axle. Traxxas does a lot of options. You can have a lift, a high lift kit. You can have many stuff for the car, but they still not do themselves this 250 gram weights for the axle front, and I also take it for the rear. Most of the people just put it in the front, but I drive so much up, I go down, so I need to weight down the whole truck. I will put more weight in the front using also that one. This brand, Injora, on AliExpress make also that one. This is cheap, this is about 50-70 euros. They also make that for the same price. The GPM parts are way more costful here in France. I pay 40-45 euros for that, but I want to test it to see the difference with the Injora parts. I want to see if they fit fine. I also ordered weight I can put in the rims, but take care, if you put that one outside from the axle, you're not anymore able to use the weight in the rims. I still bought both because I want to test it. Because I want to drive faster, I want to trail driving, so I don't like to have heavy tires. I don't like to have heavy rotating masses on my trucks. If you only just drive slow and crawl, it's no issue. You can pop the wheel off here with a heater and you can put some weight in the rim and glue it again. You can buy some cool, super heavy bedlock rims. Sorry, like that one. Tools are really super heavy. And if you pull all of that on your trawler, you have so much weight underneath that it's absolutely equal what you do at the top of the car. The car is so heavy underneath, you will have no issue. So I'm gonna drive it stock. Then when I drive it, I'm gonna put my weights on the truck and show you the difference. Still running the rest stock. Then I want to try some upgrades at transmission. I want to maybe lift it up and put some brighter to put the wheels out from the truck. I really like the look from high lift trucks. It's also possible if I find a cool body with this wheelbase from an old Toyota 4Runner, I also gonna take it. Because my goal, is to make something like the Toyota Bruiser from Tamiya, but bigger and with way better drive capacity. I can buy a Toyota from Traxxas, from Tamiya, but it's too small. I don't like so small cars. It's really overhauled from the technical, and you not have all this. You not have a you can shift gears on there. It's also nice because you have just the rear wheel drive for fast drive, but in off-road it's not really a good car. It's look super scale, it's look nice, but if I can do it a little bit bigger with more capacity, I'm gonna do it. Tell me, have you noticed some issue with the body system? What have you tested on it? What have you not tested? Here in Europe it's heavy in price. This Traxxas car costs about 650 euro. That's 100 euro more than the Yukon. The Yukon Racing. We know the transmission from the Traxxas, the plastic from Traxxas are way better than the Yukon one or Apsima rebrand or Redcat Scout and all that stuff. The aftermarket by Traxxas is a super thumbs up. But you can really take the car out from the box like it is, put the battery on and go drive with any issue. But I really miss, how I say, a better ESC with more BEC and an included LED light system. That would be great. And I hope also that Traxxas would do themselves some upgrades for weighting the axles. I also have ordered some other axle to test it on the other TRX4. That's why I have two. I want to do one crazy for rocket hard, and I want to do one I drive more just trail. I try to drive it trail. I begin to be older, so I begin to crawl, do some more better looking stuff. But that's most of the time only the first 5 minutes I drive. Then I every time have the same problem, issue. I try it with the normal hand, left thing. I try even to drive it that way to see if it's just one side of my brain, but no. The two part of my brain after 5 minutes anytime do the same. So I hope this car will survive that. Maybe I'm gonna drive it with an unbreakable body to not destroy this nice body, because I know several times I buy crawlers or trail trucks to put it together. I prefer, what the most I prefer is the kits, to put it together, assemble it, put some weight on it, change suspension setting, let the truck look like real. And then once I have done it, I drive 3, 2, 4, 5 times. Then I want to speed up, so I put the truck to the side and take my other stuff out, and finally I sail it. 1 year later I buy another one and same game again. But that's RC. That's my way to do my RC sports. Tell me, what are you doing? Are you buy anytime a truck, hold the stock original box on the side, closed in a waterproof bag? Did you put all your trucks nicely on your... I forget the name from that one. Man, I have to improve my English. So, and hold then your whole life all your truck. Or are you like me? It means you buy one truck, drive it until the better end, rebuild it, then sail it, then buy another one. Sometimes keep some trucks to have more choice when you go driving, but once you have, after 6 months, a year, drive it 100 times, did you sail it and then buy new stuff, and when you are not happy with the new stuff, buy again an older one. And it's crazy, but it's fun. Tell me, I want to know. Bye guys.